What's up, everybody? Hey, listen, I know why you are here, right? After looking at that thumbnail, I don't blame you. I'd be here too, right? So listen, I'm out here with, Matt, Mr. Make It Happy. We out here in Virginia, right?
Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks, bro. I got to talk about this right here. Listen, this is the new level up for you. You know what I mean? Spend a lot of time developing this right here. You guys see this right here? I'm going to put it there, and then I'm going to bring it over here to you.
Smokin Sweet Heat. Perfect on chicken wings like we got today.
Hey, that's an understatement. You know what? He say perfect on just chicken wings. It's perfect like on everything. You know what? We keep this in our pocket. You guys been out with me. Y'all be asking me. I'll be having this out with no label on it. You know what I'm saying? Just, hey, I put it on everything. So listen, I'm not finna over talk it. We finna show you, we're gonna do it a couple of different ways. We're gonna do it a naked way, and we're gonna go ahead and do it breading way.
Let's do it.
And we about to use that seasoning right there.
Yes, sir.
And that flour. Yes, sir.
Can't wait.
All right, so look, we're gonna get right into it, right? So you guys know we're doing chicken wings. There's no need to even talk about that. But these are gonna be the two things we're gonna be using to season everything with, right? We're gonna be using Mr. Make It Happen, AP seasoning, and we're gonna be using this new sweet Smokin Heat, right? Now, not only are we gonna be doing that, Matt, he's gonna bread his, right? So
yep.
Talk to him and tell him what's happening there.
All right, so we got a seasoned flour here. That's my blend, but you guys are, welcome to use whatever blend you enjoy, whatever you got at the house. If you want to grab this, you can grab it from my website.
Hey, before you do that, let me show them the color. Look deep off in there. You see that right there?
Color.
That is seasoned flour. If your flour don't look like that and it's still showing some of that hint of white, then you're not doing it enough. And I always tell everybody when they do make their own, you must taste it as you go.
For sure. One secret ingredient, not so secret these days, now that everything is on social media, but a little cornstarch will increase the crispiness of the chicken. It just adds a little bit more crunch to the chicken. It also lightens the color up a little bit too, so it don't get too dark when they're frying up. Because if you use a lot of seasoning in your flour, sometimes the flour can get a little dark on you. So the cornstarch is doing two things: adding that texture and lightening up the color for presentation purposes.
All right, now look, as you do that, look, I'm gonna go ahead and open both of these up right here because I'm gonna do something to get these hurry up so they can start marinating as we going ahead and fry, right? Perfect. So look, all of the wings have been washed. We'd already done patted them dry and did all of that, right? So what I'm finna do is I'm finna go ahead and hit it with this AP. I'm gonna just hit this just like this, right? Now it look like I'm gonna put a little bit on here, which I am. You know why? Because we're gonna tumble these and we wanted to get it over everything, right? So we wanted to transfer. Right, we using these, what they call these, hotel pans and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You guys use the bowl or whatever. You always want to keep yourself a hand that doesn't touch, your chicken. I don't know why I feel like I need to pause after I said that. You don't feel though, but we good. All right.
So get that all seasoned up. Good time to marinate the chicken. This is also a good pro tip for breaded fried wings, is you want to kind of press the flour into the chicken so it sticks good, get good adherence on the chicken itself, and then I'm gonna set it over here and just let it rest for a couple minutes. Really let that flour adhere to the chicken. That way it doesn't fall off and burn up at the bottom of your fryer. You get all of your flour on the chicken, ends up in a crispier and juicier end product.
I feel like you're saying that because you got that restaurant, you worried about that oil. You like, hey, why?
Gotta protect the oil.
Gotta protect the oil. That's right. All right, so look, after I went ahead and dusted this, with his AP, now we're getting ready to come with the sweet heat, right? So we'll just go ahead and hit this a little bit like this. There we go. Now I'm gonna let this sit up, while you do it. Let it marinate and sink down into this meat.
We got the oil up to 350 degrees, which is a great temperature for frying chicken, especially, small party wings like this. So we give this about 10-12 minutes to hang out and let that flour stick to the chicken while the oil comes up to temp, and then we're going to fry these. You're looking for an internal temperature of 165 to 175 degrees. That's how you know they're safe to eat and they're done. For chicken wings, it's okay to overcook them a little bit. 165 technically is the sweet spot for them to be safe to eat. I like mine about 175 because they get a little more tender.
Hey, so when you say that though, isn't that the same thing? I say it's okay for any of the dark meat to be
up to 175.
Up to 175. We done did 180 and everything turned out great.
Yeah, for sure. Especially on chicken, drumsticks, stuff like that.
Right.
I actually think thigh meat and stuff tastes better and the texture is better when it's a little bit over, like 175, 180. All right, guys, got the temperature up to 350 degrees. Our chicken is sat for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and get them into the fryer. You don't want to overcrowd your fryer, so that's something to keep in mind if you're working with a smaller fryer like the one I got right here. But this bad boys will get the job done for us.
Hey, but what about the fact that we want to have our chicken and anything that you put in that hot grease, it needs to be at room temperature.
The chicken has a little bit of time to sit out on the counter while the flour is adhering to the chicken is also coming up to room temperature, which will help it cook more evenly. So one of the things I like to do is move the chicken around a little bit just to make sure it's not sticking to the fryer or sticking to each other. Just a little, you can already hear that it's getting crispy already. I just want to move it around, make sure it's cooking evenly, make sure it's not burning up or sticking to nothing. Real easy, real simple, and drop it back on in that grease to finish up. All right, so there's a couple indicators when your chicken is ready. One, they start floating. That's what your uncle probably tells you, or you see it online. When the chicken starts floating, that means they're probably ready. Also, when the chicken gets quiet, that means it's about ready too. When the chicken is cooking, it's expelling the moisture out of the chicken into the oil. That's what makes that noise you hear when you're frying chicken. And that starts to get quiet. That means the chicken's about done. So we're gonna go ahead and put this on a wire rack, let it start to drain. That's the best way to do it so it doesn't get soggy. You put it on a paper towel, the paper towel gets soggy.
I was just about to say that. Who was the person that told us to put it on a paper towel, a paper lined plate and all of that? Look, I was doing it too, but then you wanna know why it builds up greasing on the bottom of it.
It's all soggy.
Yeah, you gotta get it where you can get some air so it can breathe.
Nice and crispy, I can hear it.
You know what, I'll take over these. Listen, I'm gonna go ahead and drop these. You can go ahead and get started on the sauce. Right. I'll just put these there. Look, I'm gonna give this a second. This is gonna be one of the little level ups I'm gonna give you guys. Listen, anytime you fry something, you wanna test your oil to make sure it's back up to temp. You ever wanted to know why your second batch always took a little longer or anything of that nature? And that's because that you didn't check that oil. It probably was down. You know what I mean? So you wanna start out with 350. To be honest with you, I like to start off with wings right here. I like to start out with like 370. A lot of people say it's not no 20 degrees, but I find that if I drop this in there at 370, it's gonna go to about
especially if the chicken's cold.
Right. Hey, I can feel this pan. All of the coolness is in here. All right, so now we back up to temp, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and drop these in here. Just place them on here. You can hear it's hot because when I put them down, I can hear them. So
get that skin nice and crispy.
And then meanwhile, while we doing this, Matt will start working on that honey sauce, right? There we go. So take this and here we go for that money shot.
All right, people, next up is time for the sauce, which is what you need for some crispy wings. We got half a stick of butter that we're gonna warm gently. You don't want to warm it too rapidly. You don't want it to get too hot because then the fat will start to separate a bit. We're basically just looking to warm the honey up. Add about a quarter cup of honey to this half stick of butter. Give it a good mix, make sure it's nice and warm, and then kill the heat. At that point, we're gonna add in another half a stick of cold butter, and that's gonna emulsify. So the cold butter going in is gonna basically thicken up the sauce a little bit and work its way into the honey, forming a nice sauce that's thick, that's gonna coat the wings nicely. If you add the butter when it's too hot, the fat's gonna separate. It's gonna be oily and fat, just fat pooling at the top. It's not gonna be visually appealing and it's not gonna stick to the wings. So we got it nice and warm. I'm gonna kill the heat. Then I'm gonna add the cold butter. Then at the very end, we're gonna add that seasoning. This seasoning is absolutely delicious, guys. It's great on everything: fried chicken, baked chicken, grilled chicken, salmon, you name it. This seasoning that AB came up with is fire. I'm gonna keep it in my kitchen for sure. Continue to work that cold butter in, stirring constantly. As you can see, it's starting to thicken up nicely already. You can adjust the flavor to your preference. If you want it sweeter, add a little bit more honey. You want it a little, spicier, you can add things like hot sauce, cayenne pepper, things of that nature. But you can make it, adjust it to your preference.
Okay, so look, I brought you back over here so you guys can see. I want you to take a look at this color right here, right? You see that right there? It almost got that mahogany color like when you smoke a turkey or something like that, right? But you see that right there? That's the brown sugar that's inside of the Smokin Sweet Heat, right? So these are almost about right. These will be coming out right along the time that he'll be finishing that sauce. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna toss a couple, and then we're gonna talk about and show you the difference. So if you look at that color, you can see, I'm focusing a lot on the color because that's right, that's where it's at, the presentation. These wings, folks. Now we just take them, drop them right here, and you guys go ahead and tell me what you think. These are actually gonna be good even without it. But we just put these down like this.
I need me about 16 of those, a little ranch.
All right.
All right, guys, so as you can see, it's all kind of coming together. The honey and the butter have become one. Now it's time to really take it over the top with this seasoning right here. Gonna add some beautiful color. We're gonna work that in, and we're gonna pour this over the wings and give them a toss. This is great as a dry rub too, which is what we're gonna do for the unbreaded or naked bar style wings that AB just made.
I like that bar style.
Now it's showtime. Time to get these wings on in here. You can hear they're nice and crispy.
Hey, so look, hopefully the mic picking that up.
We're gonna get them tossed in sauce, a little extra seasoning, because why the hell not?
Oh, yeah. Look at that right there.
Yes, sir. Nice and thick, like me after the holidays. Then, once they're coated nicely, gonna hit them with a little bit of finishing seasoning. We call that the dusting, right?
The dusting, homie. You got to dust it.
We'll get them back on that wire rack so they can drain any excess sauce. And these are ready to eat.
Oh yeah, they ready for the picture, huh?
Yes, sir.
Ah, here it is.
Secret weapon.
Hey, y'all hear the Holy Grail? All right, so check it out. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and add a little bit of this on there. Be careful. It will come out a little bit like, you know, a lot will come out, but you want to hit it. Now, being honest with you guys, you probably want to dust it, you know, immediately after it's come right out of the fryer, right? So I should have shook it, let it drain, hit it right here, and then, you know, that way you'll get a lot more stickage. What we getting ready to do now is, I think we might, yeah. You say eat. Hey, we only got so many wings right here, right? So look, let us go ahead and plate. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here with a professional chef. We finna get this plated right, take some pictures. That's why you here anyway. You done already seen it. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we finna eat them there for real.
Let's do it.
All right. Okay, folks, look, here it is. Look, we ain't got all that to talk about. It's time to go ahead and get us one. I ain't gonna lie, we tasted these right here. We know these is fire. You know what? I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go ahead and give me one of these. You know? I ain't gonna
golden color.
They smell good too. Cheers, y'all.
Sweet.
This is a must do it.
Definitely get that honey flavor. I'm gonna throw that in the ranch.
It's definitely kid friendly too.
For sure. Low sodium. Haven't ate all day. AB had me on camera all day today, so first meal of the day.
If you like sweet and savory, this is it right here. Trust me.
What else should we say?
Yeah, right.
Take one of these home with
Right.
me. Mine.
Hey, so listen, you guys got to get it, man. I'm proud of this one right here, Smokin Sweet Heat. You guys say it says AB Smokin Sweet Heat, but this right here is the fire, folks. You guys got to try it. And not only can you just put it on wings, you can put it on everything. I don't care what it is that you eat. I even put this on a burger. You know what I'm saying? Anything I need to level up, I'll give you this one though. Hey, after you make yourself some fries, you know what I'm saying, hit it with this, put some cheese on the top. And then, you know, if it was me, I'd dust it again though with the cheese. He said it all, it's money. You guys let me know, you guys are gonna run out here and grab this and then make it. Come back to the video and let us know what you think about it. But other than that, now you guys know how to make the wings, super easy. You know when they float, they ready. You can tell by the color. You know, wings are super easy to make. I don't have no whole lot of talking, you know what I mean?
Football season, perfect time to make about 40.
Hey, that's the way they do it right here. There's people behind here right now. He mean 40 times 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got to have some. So with that being said, let us know what you guys think about me and nephew, you know, being back out here, you know, doing our thing again. So with that being said, man, I'm gone. I'm out. Peace.